Welcome back, guys, to another video, and today we will be talking about the new limited paid banner coming to JP, right? And hopefully it's coming to global, but we have 4 elements and each element is a banner. So for the first red banner, we got Megumi, Bunny Megumi, red Jogo and Mei Mei. And then for blue, we got Naobito, Maki, and Ino. For green, we have Chozo, Ultimate Mechamaru, and Miwa. And for yellow, we have Sion's Toji, Usakabe, and Shoko, alright? And I'll be breaking down each value, each character value, and which one you should summon on first and the priority. Alright, so for our priority units, I expect that yellow will be the best banner, mainly because it has Kusakabe on it and Shoko, and they're both, I'm pretty sure, limited characters. Correct me if I'm wrong, but these people are very good for yellow. These guys support a lot. Shoko heals. Kusakabe is a really good support. He's a really good debuffer. He's also a really good side DPS. And some must-get units are Chozo and Bunny Megumi. For the sole fact, I feel like Bunny Megumi's value is going to go down because of the new Mahito that released and Yuji, which they mainly focus on Jujutsu. And although Bunny Megumi is more of an all-around debuffer for Taijutsu and Jujutsu, he just synchronizes better with Jujutsu because of his stats and his ability to deal damage on Jujutsu. So I feel like Bunny Megumi is in the middle here. That's why he's below Chozo. Chozo is just all around a good support overall. He's really good debuffer. He's a good debuffer for the new Green G and Todo that just came. And so, well, the new Todo that just came, and Todo buffs Green G. He also buffs them, so he's a really good team comp for them. Ultimate Mechamaru, I feel like he does consistent damage and AoE. Green is lacking AoE right now, and I feel like Ultimate Mechamaru kind of covers AoE, so he might even go to like must-get units, but we also have him on standard, so we don't really need him too badly because you can just use standard tickets to get him, or try to. And Jogo. Okay, I have mixed feelings on Jogo. He's good overall. His damage is amazing, but he has no kit. Alright, so now we're gonna take a look at Meteor Jogo, right? So he's type red and he's mainly Jujutsu. Why Jujutsu is bad for him is because the meta right now revolves mostly around red taijutsu, right? Because we have Mahito's overall rounder, but we also have, this is our main damage dealer, maximum output Yuji, and let me find him, Toji and maximum output Yuji is our main damage dealer, because Yuda's out of the meta for red, right? So he's not really valid, but these two are your main DPS on every single red team, right? The Jujutsu red team is kind of lacking. He also helps with Jujutsu red team, but you are mainly running these two almost all of the time, with Nanami as buffs and Mahito on the side just for extra support side DPS, plus a sub support and a debuffer, which Mahito's top 1 unit in the game, by the way. And Mahito kind of covers your Jujutsu, right? Because he has a lot of his kit is mixed within Jujutsu, and so I feel like there is no point to have Jogo, right? Because all he does is he's a Jujutsu and he's an attacker. His stats are kind of mid. He has a decent Jujutsu stats. He has really good Jujutsu, but his ultimate skill gauge is kind of bad. Now this meta revolves a lot around ultimate skill gauge, as you have to spam Yuji's, you have to spam cursed energy with Yuji and ultimate skill gauge, and it's ultimate skill gauge spam with Yuji. He has decent damage, 140%. I don't think that's too good though, because now in the meta Yuji does like 600, 700%. Or Black Flash is like 1,000. It's insane if Ember selects. And he also has a niche kit where he revolves around a certain ability. I feel like all units that badly age are around like abilities like this, like Ember Insect, right? It's his main part of his kit. Uga Sukuna, on the other hand, his cleave or his dismantles, those are his secondary side DPS kit. His kit doesn't revolve around that. Jogo, on the other hand, revolves around certain niche, like protection sorcery. For example, Naobito's kit, right? He needs to like hit a lot of times to deal the proper damage, right? And he has to build up. Nobara, she's not in the meta right now. Nobara does nail damage, right? She has to build that up. I feel like you're just losing out on damage when you could be just using maximum output Yuji to just build up more black flashes while doing consistent damage. Yeah, I feel like this guy isn't really needed in the meta. He doesn't do too good damage. Sure, his stats are really good, but 350%, that's kind of bad. That's very bad, actually. 400 is his best. And his ult only does 1600. Kind of not good. And yeah. So he's all around a mid ute. That's what I would consider Jogo right now in the meta. He does not have a face in it. And they're probably gonna do a rerun anyway. And so now we're gonna take a look at Ultimate Mechamaru. Alright, taking a look at Mechamaru's kit, right? Okichi Muda. So he's a green type, he's combined, and he's an attacker. He has kind of very low stats for Jujutsu and Taijutsu 8000, but his ultimate skill gauge is very low, which is really nice, so you can spam it. Green, on the other hand, needs more AoE, so this guy covers it. As you can see, 250% Taijutsu damage to selected enemy inflicts to Mechamaru. That's just normal. But the thing where he shines the most is his formation attack, right? He deals 90% selected taijutsu range and 90% range jujutsu damage to selected enemy for 2 hits, and then he boosts himself. Damage boosts himself by 1 count equals 10% of skill effect up to 100% with 10 counts. Inflicts 2 Mechamaru counts to selected enemy and deals 220% range jujutsu damage to all enemies. The more Mechamaru count enemy has, the greater damage boost. Additionally, 1 count equals 10% of skill effect up to 100% with 10 counts. So you can stack damage from this. You can just keep on inflicting until you have like 4 turns, and then hit everybody with the formation attack, which just gives extra 40% on top of 220%, which is very nice in the meta right now, because green is very much lacking in AoE. There's barely, if not any, AoE attackers. They mainly focus on just one pace, like one. Green's team composition mainly focuses on one target at a time. All right, so his ultimate effect deals 320%. Yep. And so puppet manipulation at the start of battle at this. Okay, now let's take a look at his auto skills. So puppet manipulation at the start of every battle inflicts darkness immunity to self, which is amazing. This is phenomenal, right? This thing itself is really good for him. So he basically can't get braked, right? Oh, not can't get braked. He can't get stunned, basically. Well, he can still get stunned, but he can't get missed. He can't dodge. Alright guys, now let's take a look at his puppet manipulation. So I feel like he shines mainly in his auto skills, but he inflicts darkness immunity to himself, which is very good. He increases his own break damage by 130%, which is really nice as well. If selected enemy is in break state or breaking the selected enemy, increases own damage dealt by 30%. So he gets 30% every time your enemy is in broken state or in stun state, basically, which is amazing because 30% stacks on with his already like 40% plus 220%, so that's almost like 350% as an AoE, which is phenomenal. And he has this ally, which isn't really too good, but I guess if you run him with Kyoto Jujutsu High, and you could run him with Green Toto, which is amazing because Kyoto Jujutsu High increases own damage dealt by ally 30% up to 150. So one ally is equal to 60%. Oh, it includes himself as well? Oh my days. Okay, so you're automatically getting 60% because Toto is gonna be with Mechamaru, right? So you're getting 60% damage dealt on top of the 350% you already have. which is almost like 410% AoE, which is phenomenal. And that makes up for his lack of stats right here. So he's overall a really good pickup. I would recommend him. He might move into at the very end of must-get unit, but he's also in standard. That's why I only put him do not need. And so now let's take a look at one of the most underhyped units, this guy. All right, now we are going to be introduced to Toji Fushiguro, Seance. He's a taijutsu attacker, and 12,774. Honestly, I don't like this guy. He's very niche. He's like Naobito. You have to stack up combo count, right? But he does decent damage, 250 melee taijutsu to all enemies. He does 25%. He increases his damage dealt by 25%. 4 turns, you can stack it, so 100%. Not bad at all. Increase his own crit hit damage by 50%, which is really nice. Get 200%. Plus the curse school team spirit. Put that on him. So you're going to be critting like almost every turn with 200%, which is really... I think that's where he shines the most. His change skill 2 does 250% break damage, 200% melee, which is kind of small considering our old Toji did. Let me see, let's pull this up. All right, yeah, the old Toji did 500% melee taijutsu damage at these stats. So he had less stats, but he just did more damage overall. And 1363. The old Toji also did more break damage on his 3rd skill and 195%. And even when we do this, right? This is very underwhelming. The only reason why we should use this is to remove any buffs or attack nullification. And yeah, all hits, 50% crit damage, all hits. But yeah, this Toji was kind of underwhelming on the 3rd skill, but at least we get stuff like utilization out of it. Compared to the new Toji, the new Seance Toji, we get 0 utilization from this. And yeah, so it deals 200% melee taijutsu damage to selected enemy. So it's kind of underwhelming. 250% decent, but 200%. And inflicts 1 stack of 40% continuous taijutsu damage. Sting 4 turns. Sexton, Sacha Sting increases in damage by 20% and increases combo count by. That's not too good, and you have to wait for it to change. Honestly, I would prefer this remove a buff. It would make him so much better. And like all his kits should have been just removing buffs, right? Just add like remove 2 buffs on skill number 1, so it's utilizing a lower enemy received for like 3 turns, which is also great. Honestly, Rampant Flurry deals 270, deals 405%. Jutsu damage, not bad, but could be better. Increases own combo count by 1, 625, 30%. All right, yep. And then auto skills, physically gifted at the start of battle, evade single target attacks by 20%. And yeah, it's a normal. But yeah, this guy gets very much overwhelmed by Fuga Sukuna because he's the best yellow DPS overall, in my opinion. So he gets overwhelmed by Sukuna, Fuga. He gets overwhelmed by Yuji. He gets overwhelmed by, let's see, Tinjo. There's too much prominent yellow units in the meta for him to actually shine. So he's not going to be doing too much, right? He's just, honestly, I might even put him at like horrible units, or I should maybe move this down. This would be like around the thing, but yeah. Now let's take a look at one of, if not the worst releases of Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade. Now, should we call Megumi the wasted potential man or Mei Mei the wasted potential girl? Oh my day. She had so much potential, yet it was all wasted. So she's a red type taijutsu, which this is already off to a bad start because we already have 2 strong taijutsu like meta units, and we don't need another one because they do perfectly fine. But her kit is so underwhelming. Just her number 1 skill, right? Just does 200%. That's it. for level 10. That's very horrible. And you need to focus on crit rate because the crit damage is up on here. It's not good whatsoever. The second ability is increases own damage dealt by 100% 3 turns. It increases enemies damage received by 10.2% 3 turns. This is the only good thing about her kit, right? Because she's going to be doing more damage by 100%, which is pretty good. But that's basically it. That's the only thing she has going for her kit. And then yeah, 602% damage, taijutsu. That's it. That's literally it. And then she just 401% melee taijutsu and 1400 melee jujutsu damage to collected enemy. To its second hit ignores darkness, 40 or 50%. Just on it, that's the cooperative. And just it's getting excited. If HP is lower than 70% at start of turn, only once per battle, restores own cursed energy by 10 for turns, increases own taijutsu and damage stat by 50. Okay, this should be like double, so you can like stack it and heal her. But yeah, she is very underwhelming. Her stats aren't even that good as well. And she's a taijutsu damage, so see, she gets completely overshined by these two meta units right here. Toji and oh yeah, and also a bit of Mahito, because Mahito's basically the better version of her by like 100 times. Yeah, she fits into horrible units. But now we're gonna move on to like the bottom of the barrel, the do not summon to get these units. And all right guys, so should you summon on this unit? Yes, I know I didn't cover Ino, but I'm going to cover him in a video next, like later, right? I want to make a separate video about him, so we'll just put him here for now. But should you summon for these units, guys? And what banner should you summon on? First, I think the most priority in these paid banners, in my opinion, is probably, yellow. Yellow is probably the best in my opinion, and because it's like it has Shoko and Kusakabe, which are beautiful units, perfect meta right now. And then Sion Soji, which he probably is the best out of the rest of the batch other than Chozo, Megumi, and Mechamaru. The second most priority in my opinion is probably green if you don't have Chozo and stuff like that, because Chozo's phenomenal. Ultimate Mechamaru also helps out. And the third unit is of course red, and then the last is blue. Do not summon on blue if you want to. Oh, I even forgot about Maki, but Maki's not that really good. Do not summon on blue. Do not waste 3000 cubes on blue. If you want to, honestly, just go for yellow. Yellow is just it's a really good banner, and I think people are missing out if they don't summon on yellow. I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and please do subscribe, like, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.